Hi, we're going to do a quick demo of this cute little card with the barn door on it. It slides back and forth, so it's called a slider card. So here's how we're going to make it. First, we're going to start with the barn door itself. We've got the hello sign, already pre-cut the rollers, the handle, the door itself, and there's the other handle. Tiny little things to hold. We're going to use regular multi-purpose glue to adhere it to the door. Just a little bit goes a long way. I just brush it on and then lay it into the center. If you have tweezers, that works great, but you can always just use your fingers and put it on. So there we go. Also use make sure you're putting these rollers on the right way. The roller goes up, the round part. Put glue on the back and then adhere it to the top of the card. It's probably a little hard to see. And then we're going to use a little bit more adhesive and put the other one on the other side. As so. You can wipe off any of the excess. Once you get those on, go ahead and adhere your sign to the center of the door. Once you're done, set it aside to let it dry. I'll lower that just a bit. Next, we're going to start with the barn door wall. I've already taken a piece of Pool Party and ran it through the framelits where it will make these little slider cuts. I've also ran it through an embossing folder and ran it through the Big Shot to be able to give it that wooden door shiplap look. So that's what we have here. So to begin with, we're going to take another piece of black cardstock, which I use the framelits to cut, and this is the rail in which the sliding barn door is going to slide on. So I'm just using a little bit more glue, wipe it on, and then we're going to adhere it to the top of the card, about yay so, just like that. Okay, once it's done, let's set it aside. Then you're going to get 4 washers and you're going to turn them flat side up. You'll be able to see that there's a rounded side, it's probably hard to see, and then there's a flat side. But if you look real close, you'll be able to tell. Once you do that, take the mini dimensionals. These are very, very tiny and new to Stampin' Up! This annual catalog. And you're going to place it directly over the hole in the center. Okay. This is what your barn door is going to slide on. So you can remove it if you make a little bit of a slip, but do your darndest to get it into the middle of the card or into the middle of the washer. Like so. Okay, there we go. You got your 4 washers. You can put your minis aside and go back to your barn door wall. That's what I'm going to call this piece. Okay, I'm going to flip it over. You'll see I've already put a piece of foam. Please disregard that for now. We'll go into that just a little bit later. I was trying to save some paper. What you're going to do now is take your 4 washers and put them in the holes, one on each corner. The top of him came off, so he's being a little bit problematic. There we go. So let's get him over here, and this guy over here, and this one right there, and then we'll figure out this dude. Try to keep that paper on it so you don't have the problems I'm having. Oh well, it happens. Okay, now that you've got all 4 of them in the little holes, one at a time, and we'll start with this one on the bottom. Take your other 4 washers and center it on top of the others. Almost there. Wow, he's a little bit bigger than the other ones, isn't he? Funny how that comes in the pack. I get the washers at Ace. They're number 6s. I have to thank my husband for running to the hardware store for me because I ran out. So there we go. So they're all 8 of them on there. Okay, now you need to gently turn your card over and set it aside. We're going to work on the stamped image for the inside sentiment. We're going to use the Stamparatus. New to the catalog, love it. You're going to take the piece of Whisper White cardstock that is in your kit, put it in the corner, and then put the magnet down so it holds it in place. These magnets are very, very strong, so be careful and do not put them near each other. It comes with 2 and they will break if they hit each other. So now we're going to ink up our sentiments just like that, and then we're going to close the door and press. We want to press firm but not too firm. We want a good impression. Let's see how it came out. Look at there. Very nice. Now if it didn't come out nice, the nice thing is you can just re-ink your stamps again and put it right back where it was because it's all lined up perfectly for you. So now that you've got your sentiments, you can turn it over, and we're going to use snail to adhere it to the center of the card, like so. Be sure not to get in the middle, or get it as close to the middle as you can, and even, but not to get into the area of the washers so that we'll be able to move. Okay, next we're going to use glue dots and get ready to adhere our barn door to the washers. So take your glue dot. These are on clear plastic acetate. You're going to put it in the center of your washer. And you want to do the right ones first. Your left two first. Don't know, wait, I don't know my left from my right now. Once you get them on, take your barn door and put it to where it hides the washers, but it looks like it's on the sliding rail. Once you're done there, make sure these two washers are slid, and then you put your glue dots on these washers also. And then now just slide. Oops, he hasn't dried a lot. Make sure you dry it. So be careful. And then move it over and press. Okay, so now you've got your sliding barn door. Okay, now we're going to take it and flip it over. Okay, we're going to put the foam strips on. I've already put one in the middle, or on the top. You're going to put one just above the slider, one in the center, so it'll keep your card sturdy. One on the bottom, on the top of the bottom slider, and then one on the very bottom. Be sure not to get into the washer area. Okay, we may have to trim some of these over here. Just use your paper snips and do some trimming if needed. Okay, now we're going to put it on our card. You'll have a piece of the Whisper White thick cardstock in your kit. You're going to fold it over and use the bone folder to flatten it and give it a good crease. Once you're done there, you're going to remove the paper strip or plastic strips on the back of your barn wall. And gently flip it over and adhere it to your card base, just like so. And there you got it, your little sliding barn door. May your troubles be less and your blessings be more, but nothing but happiness comes through your door. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.